What's going on, everybody? Tonanza here, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Resident Evil 100% walkthrough, sorry. So, we're in a different location than we left off. That's because I did miss one thing. We're actually going to go from in front of Luisa's house through the fields, down here, and kill some chickens. Because we're going to take this back, and we're going to basically use 2 of the cooking materials that are available and increase our health and reduce the damage taken when guarding. Hey, as you can see, we had enough to do the herb fish as well as the bird and beast pilaf, which will help us out a lot in the not this next encounter, but just in general, because it's going to be a bit before we can cook again, so might as well increase our health while we can.
I'd love for you to enjoy as well. Not a bad dish.
Alright, now, let's make our way towards House Beneviento. Now, I wouldn't worry too much about ammo. You're not going to need any here in the for this next little bit. We'll need some on the way back, but I mean, our pistol is going to be more than enough to suffice. So we'll just take the path. There's really nothing interesting that happens yet until we cross over the suspension bridge. And then we start seeing some interesting hallucinations.
Ethan.
What?
Ethan, come with me. There's something I have to tell you.
Mia?
So now we can see he's clearly losing his mind. Or starting to, at least. And this is the point where the game kind of locks your speed. So just...
Feels different. Ethan, you have to fix her.
So just keep trekking along and your movement will free up here eventually.
Everyone leaves me. Even Rose. I don't want to be alone.
This can't be real.
There, should be able to run again. Now this grave, keep note on this grave. It's important, but we'll be tackling this later. Now when you approach this door, it's locked. There's a note. It says give up your memories. So examine, take the family photo, put it in the slot.
What's going on?
We'll make our way in. Grab the elevator. And now enter probably the spookiest portion of the game in general. Come with me, Ethan. So honestly, the game itself is more action-y than it is scary. But this one part here, this entire house is just beyond creepy. And once you make it through this, you're pretty much smooth sailing for the jump scare department. And just terrifying in general. Now we can go inside, but before we do, let's go around to the left here. To the end of the patio. Come off the patio. And right here, right where I'm pointing now, is going to be a goat of warding. Okay, once we get the goat, let's come around and enter House Beneviento. Now, the house itself is opened right up, but there isn't a single thing for us to grab. So we're just going to scoot on past all of this. Go through the main door, take your next right. Follow the path down to the elevator. Once you get here, push the button. Wait for the very, very slow descent. And now we can make our way out. So just keep following the path. All the other doors are going to be locked and there's nothing to grab. It's kind of linear up until this point. And these are the main doors we got to go through. Go through and find that right there, flask is already ready to grab.
I've been waiting for so
Or is it?
I'd make a much better daughter than Rose. Please, won't you stay with me forever?
What? Wait, where's my gun?
Now the flask is gone. We have nothing in our inventory, which is very terrifying. And there is now a doll to play with. So save up if you want. We'll go ahead and do that now. And start examining the doll bottom to top, left to right. So start with the leg, make our way up until it tells us to remove. From there we get the winding key. That'll be needed for later. Next up, examine the hand. On there is a ring, and we'll just pull that right off. It gives us the blood-covered ring. Now, just something to note for later. There's a picture here. Kind of scary because it is Mia.
Mia?
Now, there's bandages here. We can't do anything with it yet, but we will soon. Make our way up to the face. There's a little film in the mouth. We'll have to grab that later because we don't have anything to grab it with now. And then left eye. Scroll that up. There's a raven flying east, which is what we're going to keep note of that for later. Now for the arm, kind of trace your hand around and then pull it off. With that being off, there is now a symbol of 3 eyes that are closed. Keep that in your mind because we're going to need that for later as well. And then finally, we'll examine the shoulder. Remove the shoulder plating. And grab the big key. Silver key. Now this is kind of just like nonsense filler. You can listen to it if you want. I'm not going to bother. So, once we get in here, turn on the sink, and we're going to wash the blood-covered ring. Once we do, take a look at it. Spin it around, you'll see inside 052911. Now, it's there in case you need to see it again, but we'll remember that number. Come on up and open up the door. So we got 052911. And now the next portion of the puzzle can commence. So we'll make our way down the hallway, and this door is going to open up for us on the left very kindly. We're going to do what any normal person would do and make our way right inside to the door that opened on its own. Spin around. There's nothing really to grab here. There's like... You can close this and open it. That's really about it. This is what we're interested in. The
Why is this here?
The music box from the very first episode, if we recall. I did mention to keep that in mind. That's because these scratches need to be aligned in order for it to work properly. So once you line up the scratches like so, hit to play. And out pop the tweezers. Now there's going to be a lot of back and forthing for this. You're basically going to get a piece, head back, solve the portion of the puzzle, head out, get a piece. Do that probably another 2 times. Stop it. So we all know what to do here. We'll head up, open up the mouth, and use the tweezers to pull out the film. Now with the film all gathered up, we're going to head back, ignore the vision of Rose and Mia. We're going to go right back to the elevator. See, it's not working right now. Need a key for it. And we'll head up into the study. So, there's a row of film here. I think we can imagine, and we got to attach it in the right order. Now, in order to get a clue, we open up this. So, it says 1 to 5. Rose's best friend in the world. She likes the fairy tale. Most important thing to us. Wedding gift from Grandma. And proof of Ethan's love for me. So, we use that to examine, put the film down. So, we got Rose's favorite toy on the far left. Her favorite book at number 2. Our favorite thing in the world to us in the middle, which is Rose. And proof of his everlasting love, as well as the music box. We're going to flip those. Once those are flipped, hit the button that you need to play the movie. Now this is going to give us a little sneak preview to where we need to go next. And of course it's down a creepy little area. Down the well. That opens up our secret passage for us. And now we can grab the scissors and head back. Now you can head right back, but definitely worth doing this now. We're going to need this passage later to head through and kind of use as an escape route. Don't worry about that phone, it's just nonsense. And we'll now be able to unlock the door to the medical room. Hey, now that we got the... I don't know why that does that. Now that we got all of that, you can save if you want. It doesn't hurt to save every once in a while to kind of keep your progress. We're going to take the bandages, cut them with the scissors, and then remove the breastplating for a brass medallion. Now with the brass medallion, we're going to go up to a door, and we're going to need to put that in and also put 2 patterns on. First pattern is from here, a crow flying right, and the second pattern is this one, the 3 eyes shut. So we'll go around to the left, out to the left, sorry, and make our way up to the door. Insert the brass medallion, spin this to a crow flying right, spin this to 3 eyes closed, and the door pops open. Now here it's just like the film kind of showed us. We're going to continue on down into the open chamber and then climb down into the well. And get ourselves the breaker box key. Now we hear a terrifying noise, which can only mean suffering and despair lies ahead of us. Now all the lights are going to be out. We're going to need to use this key on the breaker box and get another piece. But this is where things get a bit tense. So, doll's gone. There's blood everywhere, and there is a long... I guess we could call it an umbilical cord. Now we're going to see a terrifying creature here. Don't panic. Just wait until he triggers. Once he does, turn around and run. Do not stop under any circumstance. He'll catch up to you, and there's no blocking. He kills you. Now you have 2 choices. You can hide and let him pass, or I personally prefer to continue to loop because he follows the path you were just in. And then you can go through the little tunnel that we cut open into the study, out the study, and into the area for the breaker box. Now, of course, this isn't going to turn the power on. We instead have the Relief of Child imprint. So we'll spin around, go through the study again, and crouch and wait. So here he's going to get really close, but he won't come through the tunnel. So we can use this chance to kind of wait him out, wait for him to spin around and get away for a bit. Absolutely terrifying. So as you can see, after a bit, he just kind of loses interest and takes off. Now we'll wait a few extra seconds just to kind of make sure that he's gone. And once the noise kind of subsides, just crouch around or run. Don't really matter. Don't worry about Angie there. She's just being a big bitch. Put the imprint in the door. And now we're back in the light. Now this isn't going to last long. Take note of this path we're taking. It's the exact same path we're going to have to take to leave. And we're going to finally get a brand new breaker. Or brand new fuse for the breaker. So we're going to head up. Go to the door. The baby's going to show up, and then we're going to go back into the room and hide under the bed. So we're going to go trigger the door, spin around. Keep going, don't stop. Now I personally prefer the bed, so we're going to go on the other side of the bed, crouch, and hide. And now we just wait like we did with the original tunnel. Wait for him to pass. So once he gets to the right side of the bed, we can basically, once the tail starts going out of view, we'll spin around and run for our life. Don't stop to take in the scenery, just keep going. Now we can't go the way we just came because it's been barred off, so now we're forced to go the long way around. Which is fine, because we only need to do this path the once. Now when we get up and insert the fuse, the baby's going to get very close. What we're going to do is we're going to head into the study and use the desk where the film played to loop him. And that gives us just enough time to turn on the power. So as you can see, he's getting very handy. So we come in here, stand on this side of the desk, wait for him to come in. Kind of wait for him to get to the other side because it takes him a little bit to spin around. I'll go up and press this button like your life depends on it, because it pretty much does. Head in and press the last button, and you've completed this portion of the puzzle. There you have it. The scariest portion of the entire game is now done. Which seems to give me a mild heart attack each time. But the fight is not over. We now have to take on the Angie and Beneviento.
Don't leave. I can't let you.
You're still alive, huh? Before
So now we're going to play an aggravating game of hide and seek. Now, she's going to be in one of a few places, but she normally always is up here inside to the right. This path I'm taking now is pretty much guaranteed for her first time. After that, it's completely random, so your spots may be different than mine, but there's only a few spots she can be.
Everything would be
And
better if Rose wasn't born.
Fucking monster.
And as you can see, you just gotta do that 2 more times to complete the boss fight. Now, she could be anywheres. It's gonna vary depending on your area, but she does stand out quite a bit compared to the other dolls. I find too that the blood prints kinda can sorta give her away, but it's mostly just a guessing game. Now try not to stay in one spot for too long, because the dolls there will attack you. Here's one of the spots for her.
You do this to Rose too.
Yeah, let's check here. Nope. I'm gonna take a wager and say that she's on the right side. And there she is, for the 3rd and final time.
We're never going to get out of here. Stupid idiot! What are you doing to my cute friends?
It's over. Mia, I'll make things right. What? Good. I need to get out of this place.
Now spin the key around until it tells you to examine. And we now have the 4-winged unborn key.
So that's who was behind all this?
Don't forget to grab Angie. She's very valuable. Grab the legs flask. Wait for that to close. Don't worry about getting your items. They come back pretty much when you're done. Okay, now all we have to do is head back. We got a couple things to grab on the way back to the Duke. But other than that, it's a pretty straight shot. Get some pretty interesting items coming up here, though. So we got a sun and moon ball to grab, a couple new enemies, or a couple enemies to fight, some items to grab, and a brand new weapon, which we will be grabbing here very shortly. Okay, now to start off our item collection on the way back, we're pretty much just going to do this as we get to them. So we're going to take our first right here, because it's really the only way we can go. I'm going to smash the crate here on the left for some ammo. Thank you. Got tons of bullets now. Take this little path here to the right. It's going to spawn some zombies. And we'll spin around the tree and open up this little chest here to grab the sun and moon ball. Now these zombies should have spawned already. But I'm going to kill this one. Yeah, see, they're bugging out. I knew they were. So kill them however you like. Pistol works, sniper works. Pistol should only be 7 bullets now. Go ahead and kill them. Yeah, if you get overwhelmed, shotgun is always handy. But, I mean, we got plenty of bullets, and you can just pretty much just back up forever. Kill them off. And that should pretty much be the end of them. Now, reap your rewards from the enemies you just slayed. Grab the crate under the first guy that fell. And now we'll head indoors for a crate, a lockpick, and our brand new shotgun, the W870 TAC. This thing is a total beast. And we're actually going to make this our permanent shotgun now. This guy's going to come out and try his luck. Kill him off. Now leave and let go left. And we're going to find a house. So at this house there's a couple other interesting things to grab. There's the wheel well, which we'll let that roll up. While that rolls up, grab our box for some lay. The outhouse out back for, where is it here? There it is. A photo of a strange bird. Now that photo, what it holds is, or what it shows you, is the blue bird that we shot down already. So we don't need to worry about that. Now from there, we picked up the head of Medallion, which we can now combine to make the Medallion doll. Alright, now, in the house, grab our explosive rounds, Luthier's key for some treasure, read the note, and then finally, put your hard work towards your saving. And that's pretty much where we're going to end things today. Starting off next episode, we will be grabbing the treasure from the labyrinth puzzle, as well as making our way around town and collecting some pretty unique treasures. So, if you enjoyed the video, a like and subscribe is always appreciated. And if you want to see some other content, my Dark Souls 3 Cinders mod playthrough is still up and running. And it releases on the days that this one does not. So, thanks again for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.